Every second you hesitate, someone else is taking the shot you're supposed to take. The market isn't waiting. It's not going to care about your struggles, your tight budget, or your sleepless nights. You already know that chasing new customers, breaking in, and making noise costs money. Too much money, often more than you can afford. It's brutal. Startups that try to conquer new markets without a real edge end up burning through cash. They pour fuel on a fire that only grows hotter and devours them alive. That pain? It's real, cutting deep, and it's not just about the money. It's about your dream. It's about whether what you built can actually survive out there. If you're a founder, an investor, a leader, you feel it in your bones. That pressure, that invisible weight on your shoulders that says, if this fails, it's game over. So what do? How do smart startups slip through the chaos, grab hold of markets that seem impossible, and do it with enough cash left in the tank to go on thriving? The secret isn't what everyone else tells you. Forget the flashy launches and endless advertising. Forget throwing money at ads and hoping something sticks. If you want to dominate without burning cash, you need to be smarter. You need precision, not explosion. You need control, not chaos. Start by obsessing over the very edge of your market. Most people look straight ahead, chasing the obvious mass, the big crowd. That crowd is crowded, expensive, and brutal. But the smart startups? They hunt in the margins, the places where no one else bothers to look. Those edges are where pain is sharpest, where customers are desperate, where solutions don't exist. Not yet. Find that edge and own it. Instead of spending millions trying to convert everyone, start with the few who hurt the most, who feel invisible, who will literally grab your hand when you offer a fix. And don't guess. Go get real. Talk. Listen. Watch. Dive into their world so deeply it hurts. When you feel their pain in your gut, you've struck gold. Now, scaling without burning money? That's the dance everyone fails at. But here's how the sharp ones move. They don't rush to build big armies of users from day one. They build micro-alliances, tiny groups of fiercely loyal customers who become your tribe, your advocates, your experimenters. These people aren't just users, they're partners. They test, critique, push back, and in return, you bend reality around their feedback. You build what actually works before spending a dime beyond necessity. This isn't easy. It's raw. It means sitting in uncomfortable rooms, swallowing harsh feedback, and killing your darling ideas. But this dance? It's the difference between burning cash and igniting momentum. Here's another dirty truth. Your biggest enemy isn't the market. It's your own need to conform. Most startups slip into copying what works elsewhere because it feels safe. Safe is slow death. Being smarter means breaking every rule that tells you how startups must grow. It means tearing up the playbook and writing your own script daily. It means rejecting the noise that says, spend fast, scale fast, and instead holding onto your cash like a lifeline. Because it is. Every dollar kept is a shot bought later, when the game matters most. And most importantly, it means aligning not with the crowd, but with the few who see the world your way. Partners, mentors, investors who get that this isn't about comfort. It's about war. War for attention, customers, survival, and eventual domination. Marketing? Not what you think. The smart startup doesn't just market a product. They market a belief, a cause, a new way for customers to see themselves. When you connect to that why, when you touch the soul of your customer, a budget won't be what fuels growth. Passion will. Word of mouth, referrals, fire in the belly. Startups that conquer without burning money don't sell features. They sell transformation. They make customers feel they don't just get a product but a part of something bigger. Something that breaks the chains of old, boring solutions and promises a new future. Technology? Use it like a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. Stop chasing every shiny tool and platform that promises the moon. Instead, master a few things perfectly. Automate the small stuff to free time and mental bandwidth, but never forget the humanity underneath. Your startup's power lies in relationships, in trust, in understanding the people behind the numbers. The tech should serve that, not bury it. When you align tech with deep customer insight, you don't just squeeze efficiency, You create magic. And magic is rare these days, which means it's priceless. Cash flow is the pulse. When it dries out, everything stops. So don't just track it, own it, predict it, control it fiercely. The startups that live to fight another day plan every dollar as if their life depends on it, because it does. Start small, test often, and scale only when every variable screams ready. That patience? It's the weapon the impatient don't understand. But the market rewards patience with longevity. Quick wins feel good, but the smart ones play the long game. They know true growth isn't a sprint. It's a marathon run on grit, insight, and unwavering focus. Now here's the kicker nobody wants to admit. Conquering new markets means embracing chaos personally. If you want to break free from the chains of cash burn, you have to live on the edge of discomfort every single day. You must be obsessed with learning, shifting, unlearning old habits, and relearning faster than the market changes. Every failure is a lesson, every no, a clue, and every late night a step closer. This isn't for the faint-hearted. It's for those who refuse to settle for second best, who know their startup is more than a business. It's a mission coded in their DNA. So how do you stay sane when every day feels like fire? You find your tribe. Not just customers, but those people who see the world like you do. Investors who don't just write checks but stand in the trenches. Advisors who cut through the noise and speak brutal truths. This network? It's your armor and your sword. The system wasn't built to help the exceptional, but your network can be the underground railroad for your dreams. Build it carefully, fiercely, and relentlessly. Choose quality over quantity. One aligned connection can mean the difference between scrambling and soaring. Look closely. Everyone talks about disruption, but disruption without control is disaster. Smart startups don't disrupt for the sake of it. They disrupt with precision. They know exactly where to hit, who will bleed, and where those wounds will create openings. Your startup's power lies not in noise, but in surgical strikes. Define your battlefields, know your enemies, and then launch with laser focus. Every message, every move, every dollar spent should be a scalpel cutting through market fog, not explosives blowing everything up and hoping something lasts. Listen, this path is ruthless because it demands you burn away everything that doesn't serve your vision. Comfort is a trap. The system sells illusion and safety, but in reality, it's cage bars disguised as convenience. If your startup is going to conquer, it can't be just smart. It has to be ruthless in what it chooses to fight for and what it's willing to throw away. You might lose friends, tear up plans, shatter norms, but you'll gain something no one else has. A foundation so solid that when the market shifts, you don't crumble. You adapt, you survive, you grow. The biggest mistake? Thinking you must do everything yourself. The smartest startups know their limits and build around them. Delegation isn't weakness. It's a force multiplier. Surround yourself with those who complement your fire. Don't extinguish it. When your circle is tight and true, your fire grows instead of fading. You'll move faster, hit harder, and keep your cash longer. In the end, conquering new markets without burning cash isn't about luck. It's not about hype. It's about grit, discipline, ruthless clarity, and emotional stamina. It's about being the startup that others write case studies about because you didn't just survive. You thrived under fire. You found the rare edge others couldn't see. You built a network when everyone was alone. You transformed customers from passive users into your fiercest allies. You turned every penny into a stepping stone, not a sinking hole. This isn't a game for the many. It's for the few who refuse the rules, who see the world not as it is, but as it could be, if they had the will to unravel the lies and build something real. The startups that win do so because they understand that real power isn't given, it's taken. So if there's a burning tension inside, if the weight you feel isn't just pressure but a call to rise, then know this. The path forward is clear. Hunt the edges. Build your tribe. Master your cash. Disrupt with precision. Burn what doesn't serve. Be relentless. And above all, never stop becoming what this world desperately needs. The truly free startup. Unbound, unstoppable, on fire in the best kind of way.